What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio for Wednesday, June 10th, 2015, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, or on Twitter at The Enter Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Raven-Symone is a new co-host of The View, the ABC talk show announced at the top of Wednesday's show. The former child star has been a regular host on the ABC show, appearing 37 times in that role, and moderator and fellow co-host Whoopi Goldberg said on an earlier show that they were trying to make that So Raven star a permanent co-host. The fourth co-host chair of The View has been filled by rotating guest co-hosts since Rosie O'Donnell left in February. Wednesday's announcement has Raven-Symone joining Goldberg, Rosie Perez, and Nicole Wallace as panelists on the ABC talk show. Goldberg enthusiastically announced that Raven-Symone is permanently part of The View shortly after the other co-hosts, including guest co-host Eliza Schlesinger, took the stage. Raven-Symone walked out after Goldberg announced the news as confetti rained down in the studio. The other co-host ran over to hug her as the audience applauded and Kool and the Gang's Celebration played. Raven-Symone said after she took her seat on Wednesday's show, "I'm so happy. I remember coming on The View when I was 15 years old for the Cheetah Girls. I'm very happy to be sitting with these smart, talented mentors. Let's have some fun." She also gave her fellow co-hosts some food gifts, including Schlesinger, who said, "I don't work here and I get a gift." Raven-Symone added in a statement released by ABC with the news of her joining the show, "The Disney company has made another one of my dreams come true. Being a part of the View family will be a wonderful growing experience for me. The cast and crew, warm and welcoming, has made the transition into daytime talk easier. I have a lot to learn with this new arena, but being the apprentice of these spectacular women will only make a better person and talk show host. I want to thank ABC, ABC News, and the Disney company for believing in me and my potential." Executive producer Bill Wolf added, "Raven is smart, funny, and genuine. We love getting to know her, and we're all thrilled she'll be part of The View every day. She brings a fresh perspective on the hot topics of the day, and she's a lively, welcome addition to our conversation and interviews." Creator and executive producer Barbara Walters said Raven-Symone is a welcome addition to The View. She is happy, amusing, and well-informed, and has already brought a unique perspective to the program that has resonated with our audience. In addition to starring in the Disney Channel's That's So Raven, the actress's TV credits include The Cosby Show, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, Empire, and Blackish. Her film credits include Dr. Dolittle and its sequel, The Princess Diaries, and College Road Trip. 27 seasons in, it looks like Marge and Homer Simpson are going to take a little break from each other. According to the Simpsons executive producer Al Jean, the keystone couple of the series are going to hit a rocky patch this upcoming season. As he told Variety, it turns out Homer has narcolepsy, which strains their marriage. After they legally separated, Homer falls in love with his pharmacist, he says, who will be voiced by Girl star and creator Lena Dunham. He added, "We have cameos from all the other women from Girls, referring to Zozia Minette, Allison Wilson, and Jemima Kirk. That's not the only way the show is mixing things up. For this year's annual Treehouse of Horrors episode, which ties into Halloween and is not part of the show's storyline, Sideshow Bob will finally get a chance to do away with Nemesis Barb Simpson." Gene said during a panel discussion at Austin's ATX Festival, "I'm one of the people that have always wanted a coyote to eat the Roadrunner, so you can see where this is going. I hate frustration comedy, so we'll scratch that itch on the Halloween special." If there was a studio that could withstand a serious stumble, it's Disney, home of Lucasfilms, Marvel, Pixar, and Walt Disney Animation Studios. And its stumble it has with Tomorrowland, the Brad Bird directed fantasy adventure. Sources say the film will lose $120 million to $140 million by the time it finishes its global rollout, becoming Disney's first major financial misfire since The Lone Ranger prompted a $190 million write-down 2 summers ago. It's also the third big-budget original tentpole of 2015 to bomb after Jupiter Ascending and Sixth Son, highlighting the risky nature of nine figures filmmaking at a time when relatively lower budget hits such as Spy and Pitch Perfect 2 are causing studios to look closely at the cost of creating franchises. Tomorrowland, which cost $180 million to produce plus a marketing spend of $150 million or more, has everything going for it. A hot filmmaker in Bird, 57, who directed Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, and a global star in George Clooney, but debuted to weak reviews. Was it for kids or adults? And it saw $42.7 million during the long Memorial Day weekend. As of June 8th, the film has earned $76.4 million domestically and $93.3 million overseas for a global total of $169.9 million. It may not gross much than $200 million, far from enough to cover Disney's costs. China ravenous for American event movies has been a particular harsh blow. Tomorrowland bowed to $13.8 million there in early June, getting trounced by the $38.3 million opening of the Japanese animated title Stand By Me, Doraemon. Analyst Eric Handler of MKM Partners says, yes, they took a miss with Tomorrowland, but there are so many things working for Disney. Noting that Marvel's Avengers Age of Ultron has earned nearly $1.35 billion worldwide since May. And coming up, there's Inside Out, which comes out on June 19th, Ant-Man, which comes out on July 17th, and Star Wars, that comes out December 18th of this year. Disney will do just fine this year. That's why Tomorrowland hasn't stirred media or shareholder uproar as did Lone Ranger and John Carter. $200 million write-down. Disney stock hasn't budgeted, but it has raised the issue of whether studios will spend at this level on original tentpoles. Even the hit San Andreas, which Warner Brothers has marketed as an event pick, cost only $110 million to make. Handler says there's a reason you're seeing more sequels, prequels, and known properties, because you never know how films like Tomorrowland or Jupiter Ascending are going to turn out. Jupiter was a pricey mess for Warner's, Village Roadshow, and other partners who paid nearly $180 million to make the sci-fi fantasy, which topped out at $181.9 million worldwide and lost about $120 million all in. Despite the flop, few fault Disney's for taking a chance on a director like Bird, says a rival executive. When a guy like that comes to you with an original idea, including as part of the package, you'll take the swing. The Walking Dead alum Jon Bernthal has landed a killer role on the second season of Netflix's Daredevil. Bernthal has been tapped to portray Marvel favorite The Punisher on the series starring Charlie Cox, Marvel announced Tuesday. While series regulars versus recurring details are being kept close to the vest, Bernthal will have what it says to be a big presence on the series. On Daredevil, the Punisher is a vigilante who aims to clean up New York's Hell's Kitchen by any means necessary, no matter how lethal the results. The character is also known as Frank Castle, martial arts master and U.S. military veteran who is an expert with a variety of weapons in guerrilla warfare. For Bernthal, the role marks his latest small-screen gig following TNT's Mob City and features Wolf of Wall Street and Fury. He comes previously starred as another comic book favorite, playing Shane for 2 seasons on AMC's zombie drama The Walking Dead. The Punisher has previously been portrayed on the big screen by Dolph Lundgren in 1989, Thomas Jane in 2002, and Ray Stevenson in 2008. Marvel head of TV, Jep Loeb, said, Jon Bernthal brings an unmatched intensity to every role he takes on, with a potent blend of power, motivation, and vulnerability that will connect with audiences. Castle's appearance will bring dramatic changes to the world of Matt Murdock, and nothing will be the same. Daredevil returns to Netflix in 2016 with new showrunners Doug Petrie and Marco Ramirez. They replaced Steve DeKnight, who was a huge fan of The Punisher. This year's NBA Finals didn't need overtime to break records. The latest game of the series, which aired on ABC Tuesday night, was again the highest rated ever for Game 3 for the network. The 13.7 overnight rating marked the third consecutive double-digit surge from 2014, rising 33% from the comparable game last year, 10.3 ratings. It also solidified this year's games as the highest rated ever since ABC started broadcasting the NBA Finals. ABC's previous two games brought in a respective 17.8 and 18.8 million viewers once final ratings were posted. Tuesday's game tipped the finals in the Cleveland Cavaliers' favor. The LeBron James lead team is now outpacing the Golden State Warriors 2-1. Basketball has also been a boon to lead in Jimmy Kimmel's Game Night, again up 42% from last year. Tuesday's number 2 network, NBC, was undeterred by the extra competition. America's Got Talent pulled a steady 2.3 ratings among adults 18 to 49 ahead of an all-steady I Can Do That 1.5 adults. On Fox's Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, 0.8 adults was steadily, as was the finale of Hell's Kitchen, 1.0 adults. The CW aired the season finale of iZombie steadily with a 0.5 rating among adults 18 to 49. Veteran voice actor and professional handsome fella Nathan Fillion will reprise his role as Halo 3 ODST hero Edward Buck in Halo 5 Guardians this October. A trailer from Game Informer showcasing their July issue coverage of the game's shows Buck in his newly rendered glory, indicating he'll have some sort of impact on the plot of the game. When one last saw Sergeant Buck, he was an orbital drop shock trooper, meaning that, unlike Master Chief, he did not possess any cybernetic augmentations or gene therapy enhancing his skills, nor did he have the nigh-indestructible Spartan armor. However, not only does Buck seem to be wearing the Spartan 4 armor now, but he also appears to be part of the fire team Sirius, the group of soldiers hunting down the AWOL Master Chief. Josh Fox was kicked off of Fox's Varney and Company on Monday morning after he called out Stuart Varney on his hypocritical stance on fracking. Varney said he wouldn't frack on his own land in upstate New York because it's in a watershed, but promoted on air last week while not letting Sandra Steingraber finish a sentence that we should frack the rest of New York. When Fox called him out on the hypocrisy and questioned Varney's claim that he lit his tap water on fire, Varney became irritated and told Josh, "The interview is over. You're out of here, young man. If you said to me earlier that you would not want fracking in your own neighborhood, it is irresponsible for you to say on the air that the rest of America should frack," Fox can be heard saying to Varney as he's being faded out. Fox was on the program to address untrue headlines most of the mainstream media ran, which claiming fracking was safe, following the release of a long-awaited U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's report on the practice. In the report, the U.S. EPA publicly confirmed that for the first time fracking contaminates groundwater. However, the EPA's press release led with the misleading headline saying that EPA has found no widespread evidence of water contamination. As Fox explains on the show, this is not the first time we've seen the EPA release a report where the science says one thing and then their PR department slaps on a press release that says something else. EPA went into Denmark and said to people, "Do not drink your water," in the private letters, and then in the press they came out and said, "Well, actually this water is safe," Josh said on the show. Billy Joel, Mumford Sons, The Mouse, Kendrick Lamar, and Florence the Machine are among the big names set to appear at this year's Bonnaroo Music and Art Festival, the annual happening announced on Tuesday. The final lineup came after Bonnaroo's lineup announcement megathon, even that trickled bands' names to fans in a series of announcements through a hotline phone number. This year's Bonnaroos will also include the performances by Robert Plant and the Sensational Space Shifters, My Morning Jacket, Bass Nectar, Alabama Shakes, Childish Gambino, Fume, and Hozier, among others, totaling more than 125 artists in all. The event will take place from June 11th to June 14th at the Great Stage Park in Manchester, Tennessee. It's home since 2002. Last year's performers included Elton John, Kanye West, Skillerex, and Jack White. It turns out wedding bells sound a lot like John Legend, Ed Sheeran, and Christina Perri. Spotify revealed users' top wedding tracks on Thursday after analyzing over 400,000 wedding-themed playlists worldwide. Legend's Bow All of Me is the top pick to be played during a couple's special night around the globe. Among others, the must-haves throughout the reception: Bruno Mars' Marry You, The Luminaries' Hey Ho, Michael Bublé's Everything, and Journey Don't Stop Believin'. Jason Mraz ruled the top 10 with two songs, I'm Yours and Lucky, with Coley Calais. Additionally, analysts of First Dance playlist reveal that Sheeran's Thinking Out Loud is the most popular track of choice, followed by Etta James' At Last and Elvis Presley's Can't Help Falling in Love. The Emmy nominations are on the move. The nominations announcement will move back 3 hours to 8:30 a.m. Pacific Time on July 16th, the Television Academy announced Tuesday. Historically, the nominations have been announced at 5:30 a.m. Pacific Time. The Television Academy stated, because of the speed of today's 24/7 viral news cycle, we all receive news and information in real time from multiple media sources on various platforms. The Academy believes this new time, one that saves everyone getting up so early in the morning for the nominations announcements, reflects the sensibility and is looking forward in an effective way to kick off the Emmy season. Emmy winner Uzo Aduba from Orange is the New Black and Emmy nominee John Stamos from Grandfather will present the nominations for the 67th Primetime Emmy Awards from the Silver Screen Theater at the Pacific Design Theater. Academy of Television Arts and Science Chairman and CEO Bruce Rosenbaum will join them for the live ceremony, which will be produced by Spike Jonze Jr. for the 5th year. Rosenbaum said television has never been more robust, available, and entertaining. This year we have a 40% increase in drama series submissions and close to a 70% increase in limited series submissions, which underscores the wealth of content that being produced across all platforms by top quality talent in this new golden age of television. He also added, we're looking forward to having Uzo and John join us as we kick off what promises to be an incredible Emmy season. The nomination ceremony will also be streamed live on Emmys.com. Hosted by Andy Samberg, the Emmy will be broadcast live from Los Angeles' newly named Microsoft Theater LA Live on Sunday, September 20th at 5 p.m. Pacific Time on Fox. And finally, it's time to call it in. Thanks to Justin Bieber, it appears the man bun might be done as a trend. With the Beats trying to look out, it's officially not as hot as it once was in the hands of Jared Leto or David Beckham. The singer Calvin Klein underwear model showed up to Kanye West's 38th birthday party on Monday night, for which Kim Kardashian rented out the LA Staples Center for friends, including John Legend, Bieber, and of course the Kardashian clan, with his blonde hair tied back in a pseudo-tucked ponytail man bun. He also rocked the sweatband. Naturally, since they were playing basketball, we thought the world was safe from a Bieber man bun when he got a Zach Morris askewed haircut for a few months ago, but it appears his locks are still long enough to tie back in the unfortunate popular look. He did tell Ryan Seacrest in April, quote, I don't know about the man bun, I might, so perhaps this development isn't a surprise after all. That being said, it doesn't make it okay. And that is your entertainment report for Wednesday, June 10th, 2015. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some of the major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RYMELO. Or on Twitter at The Enter Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless.